Hey everyone, here we are, the MXGP of Lombok. Me, Paul Malin, giving you our track preview. A quick update on the racetrack here. As you know, we were here last weekend for the MXGP of West Nusa Tenggara. And if you saw the race, well, you're going to be in for a slight surprise this weekend because we will run in the opposite direction. How do we do that? Well, I'm going to go to the first couple of corners now to show you exactly how we go through the first turn and drop back onto the racetrack in the opposite direction. And there's one or two other changes as well that bring us back towards the final turn. So sit tuned. Here's our quick circuit preview here in Lombok. So here I am down on the first turn. There is the foxhole shot sign. And if you remember, last time we were here, the first turn came through here and continued that way down towards the corner before pit lane, and then we went across the front of pit lane. As you can see now though, we're going to continue through, and as we come through here, the corner that we head into is what used to be the penultimate corner when we were here last time around. So it's a much wider exit through the turn, and at the same time turn 2 now looks a lot more open and a lot fairer instead of a bottleneck just down there by the pit lane entry. How will it fare out when we get to go racing? Well, you just have to tune in and find out. How do we get down to the final corner though? Let's take a look. Now, apart from the obvious change with the start, the first couple of corners, the rest of the track, the footprint remains largely the same. The triple is still there, but obviously in the opposite direction. The waves are still there, but obviously in the opposite direction. But then as we come down here past pit lane, you might not be able to see it, but around about here-ish, we have a new wall jump that takes the riders down past pit lane. Now the corner there was the old turn 2, and the jump just there was the jump going into turn 2, but obviously we come out of this corner now in the opposite direction. We swing through here. There's the old foxhole shot line just there, but we're going to cut short. All of this dirt was brought in prior to us arriving here in Indonesia. They've had to build it up. But then as you can see, we head down straight. Right at the end of the straight there is going to be the final turn. And that's the run towards the finish line jump. Let's go take a look at that now, shall we? So as you can see, this now is the run into the final turn. It's just been ripped and prepared at the moment. But this, the final left-hander, as we run up towards the Monster Energy finish line jump. Talking to different riders so far, they seem to think that the racetrack this way round a little bit more flowy, a little bit more open, therefore the speed might be a little bit higher. But what a perfectly groomed finish line jump we have here. Apologies for the hat, but as you can imagine, mid-30s, hot, bit humid. Need to protect this pretty little face of mine. And yeah, it is a little bit warm, but the racetrack looking good at the moment. We did have a couple of days of rain on and off during the week when people were sort of like out chilling and things like that. So for the track crew to do the work that they've done to get the jump faces fixed in what have been challenging conditions, a lot of rain did fall here, but you wouldn't know it looking around on the racetrack today. Yeah, there's a bit more moisture in the ground, which can only be good. And obviously the track crews will try and tap into that as much as they can as well. But stay tuned, catch all the action on MXGP-TV.com with me, Paul Malin, Lisa Lane, the rest of the team, of course, and the star players from MX2 and MXGP. They'd have to start with the machines, wouldn't they, when we do this track preview. But there's the finish line. Who's going to be standing on the top step of the podium on Sunday here, round 12, the MXGP of Lombok.